Welcome back. I'm Jen from Jen's House of Six. Come along with me today as I do a spring refresh in my home. But first, you've got to see this lovely almond orchard in full bloom right before springtime. Make sure you listen very closely as you'll hear the birds. They're probably Twitter-pated, as Thumper would say from Bambi. They sound so lovely. On my last video, I shared about this little countertop tray that we got for free, and my husband just put some wood around the edges to kind of finish it off and keep it from tipping. And so I'm putting my coffee pots on it. Yes, I have two. One I found at the Goodwill for like $9 and some odd cents, and it was missing a few pieces, so I ordered them online and it came to a total of about $96 total for it, including the thrifted price. And it's selling new online for $350. So I know I got a wonderful deal on it, and we use it almost every single day. So I'm just making this little coffee station just a lot more practical and usable for us. My son drinks coffee every day, and I do almost every day. Also, this book has just been a real blessing to help me learn how to make good coffee at home. It's so funny, the other day I went to Starbucks and I hadn't had one in a really long time because I've been drinking it at home. And when I got my coffee, I was very disappointed because it didn't taste great. It tastes like burnt coffee. And I'm like, wow, I'm turning into one of those people. I never thought I would get there, but here I am. So today's going to be a refresh, like I mentioned before. We just need everything to be straightened up. And not only that, there are several areas in my home that were just not functioning properly, like the coffee pot situation. I don't have room on my counters to leave that out, but this little side cabinet on the other side of the kitchen really just works perfectly, but it's also a catch-all for all the papers and keys and hats and mail, and it just gets cluttery. So it's time to clean that up. Here's another little situation. The shoes. I'm so thankful that they actually take their shoes off when they walk in, but it has become almost a tripping hazard right when you walk in the door, especially when it rains outside. We don't have a porch, so everything gets wet if you leave it out, so they have to be inside. So I did a little research and found something that I think will work much better for our tiny house situation and all the shoes. Believe it or not, I have actually went through about 4 different coat racks or hanger hook things, that whatever you call them, that hang right here. And they haven't just worked great. And so when I saw this one, I thought this one looks like it will do well to hold jackets and also baseball hats. Now I do still need to find something for cowboy hats because my dad and my son both wear those and they won't hang on that hook well, if at all. And then, of course, they're sitting around and I don't want to sit on them or step on them or whatever. So I will have to get probably a specific type of hat rack for that. But that's okay if it's something that we need and will use and we have a place for it. There are only 6 of us that live here, but somehow, I should have counted, but there was a lot of shoes there. Some of them are really dirty and needed to kind of be beat out a little bit before they got put in the rooms, and then some of them I put outside in a little deck box I have. These rugs have been so amazing. I found them at Costco and ended up getting 2 because they catch so much dirt and they get so dirty that I have to shake them out really well and then vacuum them after that. I usually leave the sound off all the time, but I'm kind of liking hearing the sounds of homemaking and cleaning and just the sounds that your home makes. It's not very often that I'm home by myself, but my kids were doing school while this was happening, so it was a little bit quiet. This might be a good time for me to mention all of the little things that I upgraded our home with, or refreshed our home with, I should say, are linked in my Like to Know It if you want to check that out, and it's always in the description box of every one of my videos and also on my About page. It's always linked right there. I really think that many people, I know I did, go into homemaking thinking, once they buy all the things, whatever for your home, to make it function or even look pretty, that you're done. And that's truly just not the case. As your family grows and evolves each season, you change things around to make it better or to look better or function better. For me in this season, it's about functioning well, because we live in this small space with 6 of us. 4 now, what the world would deem an adult, my youngest son, although I wouldn't say that just because he's 18. I think an adult is more than just an age, a number. I know many would probably disagree with me, but I think you guys understand what I'm saying. But so, as the world would say, there's 4 adults living in this house and 1 child, and we just need it to function well, flow well, and just work for all of us as best that it can. And then when some of the adults fly the nest, then there will be a need for a different function. So there are seasons, not just in homemaking or growing a family, but your home, there are different seasons, and not just weather seasons like winter, spring, summer, fall, although those do apply to many things. But your home just functions different in different seasons with the different ages of not just children, but adults. They need different things at different times. It's just all a beautiful thing from one season to the next. They all hold something special. This table is a workhorse, I guess you could say. It functions as a dinner table, a homeschooling table, and also like an island at times. And when my children are grown and gone, they're really not going to remember the actual table, the rug, the chairs, the chair pads, the runner, the napkins. What they're going to remember is the relationships, the conversations, the love they felt around this table. It is a little bit difficult to find a longer runner for a long table. Most of them are 72 inches, but this one happened to be a 90 inch. And it felt like a really great quality. I found this at Walmart. You could also reverse it to the other side. I just thought it was really pretty. And also the napkins were like a linen blend, which is like the other ones that I had thrifted, but there were several with holes and stains, and I just thought a black color would hide a multitude of sins, I guess you could say. So these will be passed on to someone else or may end up going in the trash, but we upgraded our napkins. I have another little area that I wanted to kind of upgrade and refresh, and this just wasn't working well for these dish soaps. So I happened to see this little dish soap holder at Target, and I thought, I think that would work. Now they have it where you put like a scrub brush in that section or a sponge in the other and then the soap in one, but I ended up using it for both of my soaps because it holds it and houses them just perfectly, because I have one for hands and one for dish, and it just worked out so perfect. It's really a cool thing because it has this little rubber seal on the bottom that you can actually take out and drain the water if it gets water in there. So I thought that was a pretty cool design. Another little refresh is kitchen towels. I feel like I go through them so quickly. These were white, and they probably look a little bit white, but when you put an actual white next to it, they're just not. So those are going to end up as cleaning rags, and I found some others. My favorite towels are the bar mop shaped towels, the square ones. And maybe I shouldn't keep buying white, but I guess I like to know when they're clean and when they're not. And I don't use bleach, so I should try soaking them maybe. in some baking soda and vinegar. I haven't done that, but maybe I should. Moving on to the next little refresh. I love this little canvas photo that's over my bed, and it's actually hanging the wrong way, but I felt like it still worked. And I put that wood piece on it myself, and that wood piece is only on one side and it's not flat. The wood is warped, and so it has fallen 2 or 3 times, and it fell one time while I was away on my husband in the middle of the night. And so I thought, you know what, we really need to do something different there, because we live in this really small space, and I cannot have a bed with a headboard, or we wouldn't even be able to walk around the bed. That's how small the room is. There's only just enough space between the dresser and the bed to get around it. I laughed and told my husband, I was like, we cannot gain weight or we can't live in this room. So I found this little canvas art that's already on a piece of wood and ready to hang, and it was a really great neutral color that I felt like complemented the room well at Hobby Lobby. And although I can't link it, there were some similar from Michael's that I do have linked. And I just thought it was really pretty, and it's simple, and I don't feel like it's going to fall. And it just functions a lot better than what was there before. I'm sure some of you will remember I shared a video from visiting Magnolia in Texas, and I saw the church pew of my dreams at one of the stores there, but of course there's no way I could have gotten it home. I mean, there is a way, but I wasn't willing to pay that much money for it. So I've just been searching casually, but also several times a week on Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, and Craigslist for a church pew, and I came across this one. And I'll be honest, the pictures that they had online of it were not great photos, and it had that ugly red seating cover on it. But I saved it, and actually I creeped the seller's page, and he had a different angle and it showed the back, and I was just like, oh my goodness. So the pictures weren't great, but I knew, like, this looks almost exactly like the one I saw in Texas that I just loved so much. So we drove down there. He had also lowered the price, so I got this for $350, and I feel like that is a very fair price. This bench is hand sawn oak. It came out of a church in Oakland, and it's 110 years old. It is so beautiful. I just can't stop looking at it. So the day we picked it up and brought it home is the day I recovered the cushion. I just couldn't wait to get it done. And you guys, it fits in this space absolutely perfect. And the man was so nice and helped us load it. And I can't imagine, like, who sat on it and the church services that were had in it. It's just so pretty, and I'm so thankful to have found it in my price range and exactly what I was looking for. I just used a staple gun and a drop cloth, a little canvas drop cloth from Walmart that cost about $10 to cover this bench. Since I don't have a dishwasher, this little situation feels like it's constantly evolving, like I'm trying to always find something better. I love the look of these wood ones, but they mold so bad, as you could see. And then that drying pad never dries because we're always doing dishes. So I found this on Amazon, and it's called a magic stone. And I don't really know what it's made out of, but as soon as you get it wet, it starts drying almost immediately. It's really a neat thing. And then I found this metal rack, although I do wish it was a lot bigger. It is very small compared to my other one. But as you can see, it's just the neatest little thing. And so far it's working for what we need, because I'm always doing dishes because I don't have a dishwasher. I am the dishwasher. So the only thing that doesn't function well is, as you can see, the stone needs to be a little wider to catch the drip off from the silverware. So I actually looked online and I found they make a bath mat that is the exact size of my countertops. And so I went ahead and purchased one of those, and I'll probably switch this to that, and it will just work a lot better. It makes me so happy to be able to make my home function so much better for us. As you just heard, that was my son, and he's been writing songs and playing them, with making up the melody to them. And he played that song. He's like, I want to share something with you, Mom. And so I recorded him, so I thought I would share a little peek of that you guys might enjoy. But I want to say thank you so much for watching. If you like videos like this, please consider subscribing and hit that little bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. Again, I wanted to mention that I linked everything that I purchased in my Like to Know It. And if you'd like to, you can comment down below because I love reading your comments. And thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video.